Hello and welcome back to the Bricks Hub. After the success of my N1 Starfighter video, I've had a look back at some of the stuff I wanted to build, and I'm thinking of moving on to a few more Star Wars mocks recently, because I'm a big fan of Star Wars, and I really enjoyed the Book of Boba Fett and the Mandalorian aspects. I gotta call it Mandalorian Season 2.5 in some ways. But yeah, so as you can see here, this is the Scorpenek Annihilator Droid. It's a bit of a mouthful, but that's I think how you pronounce it. I hope I'm right. And this was one of the things that showed up in the finale, and it was used to do a bit of shooty stuff, and then it got beaten up by the Rancor, which was a really good scene, and I'm glad that they exist for that reason. So just going around showing how it is, you can see it's like quite a big thing. It's not enormous, and I wanted to make sure, like, one of my major things was to make sure that this wasn't too out of scale. But I think this is the best, the most accurate to minifigure scale I could get. And you can see that it's quite beefy. There's a lot of stuff to it. I got the little belt things on the back, which I like. It's like magazines, which you can see on here and in the instructions don't seem to be connected up properly, just because Bricklink Studio is very strange and things don't hold together as well. But it will work actually if you build it physically, and there's enough maneuverability to ensure that it fits in. You just need to do the two little holes in the middle on either belt, and they'll stick in quite well. Another thing I had a bit of trouble with, but I think I've found a good solution to, is this part in here. Unfortunately, you can see here that it's quite noticeable on the editor. It's got like a clear brick here, but when you're at a distance and when you actually see it in person, it's a lot less noticeable. The app makes it a bit more clear because that's the editor, so don't worry too much about that. But I think this was the best compromise I had to make sure that this is quite structurally sound. But I'd be interested in making a version where it's hollow, though I think that would more have to be like a bit of a display piece than something like this, which can be posed and moved around, and you can do some pretty interesting stuff with. One last thing as well, the legs were quite interesting to work with. I've done loads of different versions of the legs, and I eventually stuck with this one, mainly because I think this has the best maneuverability. You can adjust those little black pegs, and you can do the things that move the legs a lot better. So I think this is probably the best solution, but you never know, I might end up releasing an update video with a better way to work these. That's pretty much all I've got to show right now of this guy. I've got a tutorial coming up, and with the parts list and everything, so stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for watching these most recent videos, and thank you for watching this one.